What up, y'all? We're back with another episode of Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Last episode, we got introduced to Lucy Squad. We got to see that she did set David up, but I mean, it was kind of part of it. In her defense, she probably really couldn't do much of anything, especially because her, leader or leader in that specific crew knew that she was with David and all that. So she really probably couldn't do much, but it still kind of sucked that she still left David out to dry in a way. But on the good side of it, David is at least part of the crew. They see him as one of them now, so that's a really good thing for him. And really, that was like the main point of the whole episode. Honestly, it was just David finding where he wants to go and the route he wants to go. And I feel like it was really shown every time he was talking to the principal, or every time he was listening to the principal's messages, where the principal saying, hey, come back to school. You just got to apologize to Katsuo or whatever the dude's name that David beat up or whatever. But yeah, it really just kind of showed David, in my opinion, it was more symbolic of him leaving that school life and just kind of dedicating himself to, the life of basically just kind of being more away from school, kind of being more in the street life, and unfortunately being in the life that his mom did not want for him. But yeah, so another thing I want to touch on from last episode that I didn't touch on was, it was interesting that they said at the beginning of the episode that the cybertech that's in David's body was the cybertech that David's mom had, and she was going to sell it to someone in Lucy's crew. That was interesting, because I do wonder how she even had the cybertech, or what she was even doing with the cybertech. But hey, I guess that's how she was going to get some quick money to help pay for David's schooling or whatever. But we're on to episode 4. Honestly, I don't really expect a crazy amount from this episode. The main thing I do expect is just a continuation on David integrating himself within the crew and kind of getting himself more into the life that they're running and the runners or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, that's about it. So yeah, we're getting into this episode, and yeah, let's do it. Is this David slow motion shit? Yeah. What's going on? Okay.
ダメ元で見張ってはみたが、空振りみてえだな。
荒坂がそこまで警戒するってよっぽどだね。
ファラデーがだんまり決め込んでんのも気に入らねえ。これ相当やばいもんがあったな。
逃がした魚は大きいか。こっちでも田中のことをもっと調べてみるかい。
やはりしばらく暇。俺らは待機ってことだ。
This is an interesting relationship, I'm not gonna lie.
デイビッド、今忙しいんだよ。
いや、あれから連絡がないから。
仕事があったら連絡するって言ったろ。
今はない。何でもやるよ。仕事を覚えたいんだ。いつまでも生身のままじゃいられない。だよね。
しゃあねえ
な。あんたがあると。
はあ？誰だお前？
メインからの指示で。
はあ？お前がデイビスか？
いや。
ああ？
デイビッド。
デイビス？
デイビッド。デイビスじゃない。デイビッド。
大声出すな。聞こえとる。デイビッドな、デイビッド。ピラルへのお使いな。
ピラル？
巡回中の警官が2人やられた。記録を見たがひでえもんだよ。ランチャー一発で無所で出されるペースト飯みたいにぐしゃぐしゃになった。
Yo, so this is just a Amazon delivery mission.
ああ、デイビッドじゃん。元気？
あれ？
どうしたの？なんかよ。
これメインの指示でピラルに。
ああ、兄貴！
兄貴？
メインからなんか来てんぞ。
ないのかな。
ああ、兄貴！
おい、もう帰っていいぞ。レベッカ、家賃払っとき。
自分で払え、この神カス
Yo, this is crazy.
今日はこれで終わりってこと？
ああ、まあそうなんじゃない。
そっか。
あんた今夜空いてる？
Hey, bro, if David's getting paid for this good, hey, I can't even blame him.
呼び出したのはそっちでしょ。
メインがうるさいのよ。確かにサイバーパンクになるには貧相ね。インプラントをあと1つか2つつけたらサイバーサイコになっちゃうかも。
そこまで軟弱じゃねえ。
どうだか。
フロリアは持たせてくれなかったのか。じゃあ慣れとけ。なんなら教えてやってもいい。
俺はサンデビスタンがあればいいだろう。
Yo, they dissecting a body? What the hell? Oh, shit.
何？
ルーシーってもしかしてネットランナー？
だったら何？
Yo, I like that she's a crash out, bro.
サイバーパンクになるならゴムみたいに常に持っとけ。ま、中にはランナーの能力だけで戦うやつもいるが、そいつらみたいにインプラントをバカすか入れられるようになるのはまだ先だ。それに比べりゃ銃の方が手っ取り早く使えるようになる。
Bro is doing sit-ups even in and push-ups and squats in the shower. Okay.
何？
ルーシーっていくつ？
Yo, are they teaching on the drive too? Oh my god.
ルーシーとはどうだ？うまくいってんのか？
うまくって何の話？
まさかまだやってないのか？サイバーパンクも男もいつまでもルーキーじゃいられねえんだぜ。
Okay.
先輩ずらしてちょっかい出してきただけよ。酔うとすぐ手を伸ばしてくるからハックして帰らせたわ。
俺そんなつもりじゃ。
さすがに見え見えだぞ。
Yeah, David, you definitely into her, bro.
なんで？
正直向いてるようには見えないわ。
どこが？ねえ。
Oh, I remember that club in the Cyberpunk game. Oh my god,
どこまで
this
が
corn
本
dog.
当だったのかわからないんだよね。
何がだ？
月へ行きたいってさ。
月だ？
それが夢なんだって。
I'm not gonna lie, the worst thing that they could have did was even try to kidnap one of them, bro. God damn.
そんな話聞いたことねえな。
やっぱり嘘。
さあな、自分で聞きな。
CD を一緒にさ、やったんだよね。
月でデートってか。そいつはナイトシティーズ前にはセンチな話だな。
Yo, I'm pausing here. There's so much I'm noticing with this that, like, yeah, I think David and Lucy are obviously gonna get together. I think that's like obviously the romantic interest. It's just certain scenes, especially the one I paused on where like David is celebrating with the crew and then Lucy is like just kind of watching him from a distance and everything like that. Yeah, I can see it really coming through. But so far, it's dope to see David just kind of getting along with the crew and getting used to the crew and everything like that. And so far, I'm kind of on point with this. But yeah, something tells me at some point something else is gonna happen. Especially too because they gotta catch that high risk person that with tied to the limo thing that they stole. But yeah, anyway. Now, David, that's the money, bro. Get new lungs installed. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, is this gonna be the explosion at the beginning of the episode? Oh my god. And then we're here. Yes. Oh. He was aiming at him. That's how the explosion. Okay, okay. Oh. Yeah, she finna crash, bro. And his gear's fucking up. He finally was able to pull the trigger. Why is Lucy bleeding?
話をつけといた方が後で面倒がねえ。
でも
さっきは撃てただろう。いつまでもルーキーでいるな。まったく、うちは救急医じゃねえんだぞ。
もういいわ。
あ
じゃ。
の少し話せない？
こっち。あの日話したこと。あれは嘘じゃないから。誰かとやるの初めてだったっての。
よかった。あれが全部嘘だったって思いたくなかったんだ。もっと早く言ってくれたらよかったのに。
言えないわ。
どうして？
私のこと怒ってたでしょ。
怒ってないよ。
怒ってたね。
怒ってたっていうか、やっぱ怒ってたかな。
認めたな。
Yeah.
かもしれないけど、嫌いにはなってないから。じゃなきゃ助けたりしないよ。
嘘。
ほんとさ。
嘘よ。
That is true.
は飛び出すわ。誰にでも。反射的に。考えもなしに。この世界で名を残す方法はどう生きるかじゃない。どう死ぬかよ。
Remember by how you die.
あんたには似合わないよ。
君は俺と大して変わらないだろ。
私は他に居場所がないの。
俺が君を月に連れて行くよ。
Yeah, that's symbolic. Him saying that with the rocket in the background. That's dope. Oh, that's fire.
死んでほしくない。
死ぬもんか。
That's so fire. Especially the image of them kissing on the moon. That's fire. Okay, outro for that episode. I'm not gonna lie, people. That was a fire episode. I feel like it gave quite a bit for like the development of David joining that crew, joining like the net runners or whatever. But at the same time, it still had like the action aspect of it, but it was so much deeper, bro. There's so many elements in the episode, whether it's like character development with David, whether it's his like physical development and him trying to like get stronger himself. It really built upon what Maine had said in the last episode about, you know, David not relying on them basically, and to kind of stand on his own and to, you know, build himself up to be to where he's like a lot more self-sufficient, doesn't need anyone. It was dope to see like the little training arc in there with David, whether it's him driving the car, whether it's him running, you know, upgrading his body and everything. The part where Pillar died, that kind of caught me by surprise. I didn't really expect him to go out. Granted, I don't really picture him to be such a big line side character, but that's tough, especially because they have shown quite a bit of Kiwi in her and David's like relationship. So yeah, that's gonna affect her quite a bit in the story. I know it was great that was a trigger though to help David like actually pull the trigger to kill the homeless dude. That, you know, David up to this point has been shown to not be able to shoot a gun just due to, you know, his mom dying and that whole thing, and just, you know, having a bit of friction in his heart with that. So yeah, other than that though, yeah, like the love scenes with Lucy and all that, that's dope to see. I'm glad they didn't overly drag it out, because you know how some animes, they like overly they overly drag out the love interest, and like, oh, they might not get together until the end of the season, or they may not get together until next season. No, this is like early on, Lucy's telling David, hey, you're such a good person, I can tell that you don't deserve to go out in the way most runners go out, you know. And yeah, they just kind of really figured it out with him. Technically, what, he met Lucy in episode 2 and we're looking at episode 4 and they're already like basically establishing, hey, they're romantically into each other. Not only that, they're already past just the interest level, you know, they're already basically together. So that's dope. And yeah, so episode 5, I don't know what to expect for episode 5. Episode 5 is gonna be up in the air, but hey, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, we are out, and yeah, stay up. Peace.
I said banana clip, Texas grammar shit, tryna stack some chips, taking licks, music making hits, I'm on my Grammy shit.